All my sports fans out there, man. I know it's tough. I be making up stuff to watch on TV when I get a chance. No football, no basketball. We almost there. We are almost there. That's why I be putting out videos every day. Putting out videos every day, bro. Man, I know my sports fans out there feel me, man. Whew, it's hard right now. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, Dedrick Elix Jr., and I'm back with another fragrance video, all right? Smell Good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing fantastic, doing great. Anything that could describe you doing well, I hope everything is going exactly just like that. All right, so today we're back with a tag video. Shout out to the homie Ace Vendetta. All right, Ace Vendetta has some really dope content over his way. I have his information down below in the description. Check him out, subscribe to his channel, man. Show my guy some love. He got an interesting tag going on, man, and these are super hard to do. So his is out of all your favorite fragrance brands, you gotta pick one for the rest of your life. And this is a designer edition. I'm assuming he's gonna do a niche down the line, and maybe I'll be tagged in that too, we'll see. But I'm gonna do some tagging at the end of the video. But I have 7. He had 13, but I have 7. I could have had 10, but I wanted to keep it tight. Wanted to keep it where I could have a conversation about them in a timely manner. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, this is a tag video. I had to pick one from each of my favorite designer houses, and these are pretty much my top 7, top 10, just depends on what day of the week it is. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Up first, of course, from the house of Chanel, okay? This is my favorite fragrance, period. If you took them all away, you leave me this one, I am good to go. So this one was easy. From the house of Chanel, we have Bleu de Chanel's Parfum. This is my favorite fragrance of all time in this concentration. This is the elite standard of the blue DNA. This is the king of the blues, in my opinion. There's no other blue in this world that I've smelled, at least, that smells better than this. Rich wood, you got some Mysui Super in here. Just everything's just elevated in this fragrance, man. So a really great, has really great quality, just like Chanel gives you. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this, but I love this stuff. It is the best in my collection, the best to my nose. I love this stuff. From the house of Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum, easy right there. All right, this was another kind of easy one too, all right? From the house of YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, yeah. Yves Saint Laurent. We have YSL Wise Les Parfums. You could take the rest of them away. You could take the rest of the house away. Just leave me this one, okay? This is the best of the Y line and probably the best YSL I've smelled to date, all right? Now, I've never smelled any of the private blends or things just yet, but as far as what I've smelled, this is the one. Bleu Electrique, La Nuit de One, all that. Leave me this one. So smooth, man. Just a smooth, well-rounded, sophisticated, somewhat classy style of a fragrance, man. I just love what they did here. If they never came out with an elixir of the YSL Y line, this would do, all right? This would do just fine because of what they were able to do to smooth out the DNA, man. And that's the word when it comes to this fragrance, smooth. Definitely would keep this one, no problem. From the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we have YSL Wise Les Parfums. Definitely roll with me with this one, all right? All right, up next, and I was starting to get a little tricky, all right? It's time, you know, whew, this was tough. It was out of 3 for this one. From the house of the ever-popular Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio, I'm rolling with Absolute. Acqua di Gio's Absolute. Now, I know I've been saying and have said several times that this is my favorite from the line, but I love Profumo. I love the new EDP. Those are my top 3 with this one, okay? And I went back and forth between those two and this one, and I just can't get away from this one. The addition of the amber and the pear that's introduced to this aquatic style of a fragrance, man, it just hits. It just hits and it absolutely works, man. I love this stuff. Look at the dent in that bottle. This is just a 75 ml. I gotta get me a 125, man, before it's, well, yeah, a 125 before it's too late, because I always wanna have this stuff, or another 75, because I always wanna have it. But if I had to, everything from the Giorgio Armani line, I'm keeping this one from the house of, from the line of the Acqua di Gio line, we're keeping Absolute. I almost went with Profumo, man, but I know that I love this, all right? Now we're getting a little harder. This is getting hard. It's getting harder, all right? Up next, man, I have this entire collection, the entire line. I'll smell other things from the Givenchy line, but this one, I'm keeping it. From the house of Givenchy, we have the Givenchy Gentleman Privé. Now listen, I have reserved Privé, excuse me. I have waved the flag for the EDP for a long time, and I love the EDP. I love it, but it's something about this one over time, since I've had it, that I gravitate more to this one, man. There's a booziness in here as well. There's a rummy type note in here, a chestnut, an iris, the vanilla, even a chocolate vibe. There's a chocolate touch to this. It's not overbearing, but it's here. It's here, and I love this stuff, man. This stuff is ultra good. It was highly anticipated for me. I think this has been the last of the Givenchy Gentleman line in this style before they moved on to Society, I believe. But if I had to only have one, and I love the whole line, because I have the whole line. Rough, it's rough, but I'm taking this one, man. Givenchy Gentleman's Reserve Privé is coming with me, and that's it, all right? All right, up next from the house of Tom Ford. This was hard too, man. I could have went Black Orchid. I could have went Noir Extreme Parfum, but I had to really think long term. And this would be one for sure that I would be grabbing a lot. Kind of almost a dumb reach for me, especially when you get to the cooler months. From the house of Tom Ford, we went with Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, the EDP. It just works for everything, man. That sweet leather, man. God, it just smells so good, so well done, such good quality, man. You could dress this up suit and tie. You could have a button down and some slacks. You could have a polo and some slacks. You could even, I even wear this out with a brand new, fresh Nike sweatsuit and some Air Max 90s or 97s or 98s. Like, this is how I'm feeling if it's cool out and if I'm moving out and about. This just kind of works for me, man. And I don't never hold myself back when it comes to fragrances. I just wear my stuff. But this is the one from Tom Ford that if I had to leave them all behind and just take one, this would definitely be it, because it would just work for me for sure for how I go about my day-to-day life. From the house of Tom Ford, man. Ombre Leather EDP is where it's at, man. This is the one I would take. It'll be hard, man, but this is the one I would definitely take. All right, 2 left to talk about because we're only doing 7. Up next, from the house of Dior. I mean, this one was hard, but it wasn't that hard because I knew the work I put in to get this bottle in particularly. From the house of Dior, we have Dior Homme Parfum. It was so hard to get this bottle, but I lucked up and I was so blessed to be able to get a full bottle of Dior Homme Parfum, man. The Intense is beautiful. 2020 is beautiful. The cologne is beautiful. They have a lot of excellent quality product over at Dior. But if I had to choose one, like I said, it wasn't that hard, but it was hard. I'm going with the Parfum. This is elegant. This is classy. This is probably the greatest designer fragrance ever created outside of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. But this is right there with it. This stuff is elite. So has so much depth and so much body, such sexiness to this fragrance. The iris is beautiful in here. Fantastic, fantastic fragrance from the house of Dior. This is the one I'm rolling with, man. Dior Homme Parfum. Elite level. Elite level. And last but not least, this one goes back and forth. Is it niche or designer? Is it niche or designer? Well, definition terms wise, niche is just companies or houses that just do fragrance, cosmetics. But if you do anything outside of cosmetics, which this does, then you're considered a designer, and that's what I'm gonna go with. From the house of Guerlain, we went with L'Homme Ideal EDP. This was tough because I'm telling y'all, the L Intense is moving up the charts. It's number 2 right now, and I love the original. I love the what's the other one? Extreme. The Sport I even like, even though that's a controversial conversation with the Sport. And then I just acquired L'Homme Ideal Cologne. I traded my Cool away. We'll talk about that later. But if I had to keep one, this is still it for right now. That L Intense is coming along strong. We're going L'Homme Ideal's Guerlain. Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal EDP. That cherry, that vanilla, that leather. Such gentleman, masculine, classy, sexy style of a fragrance. It just works for a lot of different things, man. And this is the one that I'm going to take with me. L Intense will be looking at me with a sad puppy dog eyes, but Ace Vendetta said one, so we picking one, man. So Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal EDP is the one that I would be taking with me. Now this could have been in top 10, this could have been in top 15, top 20, and so forth and so on. But I decided to go with 7 to make it tougher on me and you know, give me an opportunity to, you know, have conversations about exactly why I would take each and every last one of these with me out of their respective brands, okay? All right, let's do some tagging. I'm gonna tag all my boys, man. I'm gonna tag Mikey over from I Smell. I'm gonna tag Jeremy from the House of, if they haven't been tagged already, Jeremy from the House of Colossus, Twilly 2 Cents, Razor, Ramon, the Barber. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe. Yeah, man. All right. I'm also tag TZ Fragrances. I'm gonna tag my guy Dwight over at Silverback Sillage. I'm gonna tag my boy Trey Scents, and a special tag, Sam Broom. My guy, Sam Broom. If you see this, my guy, we would love to see you do this tag, Sam Broom, all right? So I tagged a bunch of guys, and then after this, it could be an open tag as far as I'm concerned. All right, Ace Vendetta, appreciate you guys, salute to you. All the information will be down below. Check them out, subscribe to all their channels, and let's keep the tag going, So I'm sure a niche one is coming soon, and I'll be ready for that. All right, y'all know what to do. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around, like reading rainbow.